Sebastian for the Metal Gods Meltdown. This evening I am joined by
Russell Gilbrook from Uriah Heep, the drummer, the nutter, the idiot.
loving your new album, Chaos and Colour.
Oh, great.
It's the band's 25th album. What keeps you guys going so strong and relevant in these crazy days?
Well, I think, Uriah Heep has never stopped, even though we've had a few different members over the years for various reasons. But, it's the music, the connection from the band with the fans. So therefore you keep on writing new music and touring 64 countries all the time, year in, year out. And before you know where you are, you're 50 odd years down the line, which is what we are. So it's really writing great music that has a connection with our fans, and the fans keep buying it and want to see us play. So we just to keep the cycle going.
So Chaos and Colour is an apt title for what's been happening over the last few years with lockdowns, etc. I'm guessing a lot of inspiration has come from those crazy days.
Well, yeah, a little bit actually. Not a hell of a lot. What just happened was, it's the first time ever that because of the lockdown situation and everything that was going on, everyone was forced to just get their heads down and do some writing, and which isn't the 100% usual way in which Heap operates. But in this situation, we had no choice. Our heads went down. Loads of ideas were written, brought to the table, and the result was Chaos and Colour. But the depressive time that we were in, which was very depressive, being a touring band that earns their money playing in front of fantastic people all over the world, when that's taken away from you, it can hit you very hard, which it did for us. But what came out of it was this wonderful album, great music, and we're very excited about it.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And the album is full of positivity and does have an uplifting feel. We asked this question a lot probably, but if you could choose your favourite track on the album today, which one would you choose?
My one. Any of my ones. I don't know. I mean, a good thing about most of the albums, to be honest, with Heap, is they cover a nice spectrum of music. It's not necessarily one dimensional. Now you've got your ballady ones, your proggy ones, your sing-along ones, hard hitting ones, lively ones. So there's a bit of everything for everyone, depending on what mood they're going to be in to put the track on, connect with the lyrics and the music. But for me, I mean, obviously, I have to pick one of my ones because I'm very proud and I'm very happy with them. I love You'll Never Be Alone, simply because you can shut your eyes, vision the dream magical story of the child, and the music enhances that and takes you on a nice journey. And I love How the Sunrise because of the chorus. So, Save Me Tonight again, that Davey wrote. Nice upbeat fast track, before you know where you are, if you're driving in your car, you're at 30 mile an hour, you get to the second chorus, you're at 60 mile an hour. It's one of them. But I don't know, they've all got something to offer in their own way, and I think it's great for the listener to have a bit of a connection with each song for different reasons. I think that's the beauty of it.
Excellent.
What about yourself?
Well, closer to your dreams is mine.
Dreams, right? Okay, the easy living kind of feel.
Yeah, man, I love it. Brilliant. Okay, so you're going to be hitting the road with 50 years of Uriah Heep in the autumn, but there's no UK dates yet.
No, nothing yet. No, because of the 50th anniversary, we just covered quite a lot of Europe, taking a bit of time off. Get the festivals out of the way, and then hit everybody with the album tour. Yeah,
excellent. And of course, you've worked with some amazing artists, ranging from Lonnie Donegan to Tony Iommi and more.
Yeah, quite a vast contrast, really, isn't it?
Yeah, man. But what would you say has been your career highlight? You just touched one out of the sky.
The good thing about playing with all these fantastic people was that I was able to draw so much experience out of them all for different reasons. The way in which I have to play music with Lonnie Donegan or Alan Price from the Animals, Zoot Money and all that lot, that old school R&B skiffle type stuff, is completely different to playing, say, with Tony Iommi, which is dirty metal riffs, which is different again to when I did Five Star stuff, which is all poppy and straight ahead drumming, and Chris Barber's old school trad jazz in New Orleans second line drumming. So all these great people that I played with, I can interfuse everything that I play on the drums and add little nuances which makes me a different drummer and hopefully gives them something nicer rhythmically, and I thank them all for it, because all it's done is built up my repertoire of playing.
Absolutely. So when you were with Five Star, were you tempted just to go full out drum beast?
Well, I had to play what was written back then. What was it, 85 I think. It was a written score by the MD, and I had to literally play the written drum part, which, I don't mind. As a session player, you shut up, zip up, do your job, get paid and go, which is fine. But sometimes it's nice to be a bit creative. Now, because I've got obviously a much bigger name through Uriah Heep and various other things, people ask me to play on the record. They can't wait for my ideas, and that's really nice, because it's being a drummer, I've got a zillion ideas when people give me some music to play on, and I love being creative. I love bringing out some of the African drumming that I've studied, and some Latin drumming, or whatever it might be, because of what we just spoke about with the all the famous artists that I played with. It gives me a great chance to be very creative with people's music, which is obviously what I prefer to do. But with the Five Star, I had to play what was written.
So can you tell us then the most outrageous thing you've ever done in the name of rock and roll?
Blimey, the most outrageous thing, flipping heck. I tripped over all the cables and everything, trying to get on stage with Alan Price. I tripped over all the cables behind, and I didn't hurt myself, but it was a big loud bang. Before I got on stage, I was a bit late with my entrance. Other rock and roll things, I mean, there are probably a few that probably not worthy of putting on here, but I don't really know, really. It's all the usual, get too drunk some nights and a bit crazy. I did a session once for a band called The Gods, which was Gentlemen of the Distorted Sound. It didn't quite get anywhere, but they had a great producer, and it was a good laugh. And the producer, I can't remember his name now, Dennis Charles, I think, he had this little trick, because one of the songs was quite in-your-face punky rock, and he couldn't quite get the attitude, so he said, right, that's it, we'll come back fresh and do it tomorrow. Let's go down the pub. I think we all need to get pissed tonight. So he went down the pub, and he was buying us all drinks, got pissed, said, right, we're in the studio, going to do that track. And that's how, one of the tricks in the trade, that's how we got out the vibe and the attitude for that particular track. So there's all these things that actually go on in the studio from producers to try and get either the vibe right from the guys playing, or a particular emotion, or a particular way in which attitude that they want, and they'll pick all kinds of little tricks to try and claw it out of them. But outrageous things, I'm afraid I can't really bring any that's worthy, I'm afraid.
No worries. So going back to the album, would it be releasing any more tracks as singles?
One of my tracks with I co-wrote with Simon, Hurricane gets released on the 25th, on Wednesday.
Oh, brilliant.
So that's the second thing, which I'm thrilled about. And obviously Hurricane, because you've heard the album.
Yes.
And I'm thrilled about that, because that's really getting a lot of interest, a lot of reviewers and a lot of people in the record company and the producer. They all raving about that track. So I'm quite sort of excited about it.
What would you like Russell Gilbrook's legacy to be in rock and roll history?
Just as the hardest thing to be in the music business is an individual, because there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people in the business, and a lot of them are really, really good as well. And so, like anything, when there's thousands and thousands, it's very hard to be individual. But I hope that my playing isn't like, well, he sounds like John Bonham, or he sounds like Cozy Powell, or he sounds like Buddy, but whatever. I don't want to be I want people to say, oh, there's a bit of so-and-so him, there's a bit of so-and-so him, but he's his own person. He's got his own groove, his own way of playing. And, you know, that would be nice to be noted for my own individualism, as well as some of the songwriting. Now I'm doing the songwriting, but also that I'm passionate 100%, and I always gave it my all, and I always give time to my fans as well.
That's brilliant. So finally, it's 5 questions, either or either. So the first one is festival or small intimate gig.
Oh, blimey, now come on. They both give them fantastic reasons, don't they? I would go for small intimate gig.
Vinyl or digital?
Vinyl.
Yeah. Are you a saint or a sinner?
Definitely a sinner.
Beer or fish and chips?
Beer or fish and chips?
Yeah, beer or fish and chips?
Fish and chips.
Yeah, okay. And the final one, Boris Johnson or Kermit the Frog?
Kermit the Frog, of course.
Brilliant. I want to thank you so much for your time. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers and listeners?
No, I'd like to thank you very much, Sebastian, for Metal Gods, for the interview. It's always nice to do an interview. And to everyone else out there, really enjoy Chaos and Colour. Don't be afraid to give the positives and the negatives. We take it on board for the next writing stage. But I hope you really enjoy the album and look forward to seeing you all on tour.